I love my Pixel 1 and 3. I loved them both. You know what it was? It was the UI. The UI on the Pixel. Like I said, everyone's different, and I will say this: certain people just like the layout of certain things. The Pixel layout. I don't know which of you guys have ever owned a Pixel. The way that the phone just functions is better to me, and it wasn't doing this. Yeah. The easy layout. Yeah, it was easy layout, and the camera was great, dude. And I need my camera.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 39 of the Migtown podcast, your only weekly source for the show with the soundboard more popular than the producer. As always, I'm producer Tim. Joining me is the mayor of Migtown, Drexel. Say hi.
Hey, everybody out there in the world.
Drex, there was a Thotpocalypse this week.
And then there wasn't.
And then there wasn't. Could you imagine if the real apocalypse went like that? It was just like, the fucking the gates opened up and demons flying everywhere, and then Satan's like, "Nah, just kidding, fam." That's
pretty much literally what happened. Like everybody was like, "Yes, finally!" And, the thoughts are going to see their day, and then like womp womp. I mean, just as soon as it happened, there it went. Right, like you're about to face actual consequences, and winter is coming, as Kevin Samuels would say, and then like, bam, it wasn't. There's so much to get to with what has happened over the past week. And when it comes to this whole issue of OnlyFans, right? I'm reading like the Yahoo News article about the porn ban where it says OnlyFans reverses planned prawn ban after backlash from its adult content creators, right?
So we should explain what happened first, right?
Oh, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, OnlyFans within the last 2 weeks made this huge double blind, right? They went 180. So they were chasing venture capital. And as you know, when you deal with venture capitalists, these people are like, yo, we're only going to invest under these terms and conditions. Like, yo, you guys got all this spicy stuff. We don't want our money attached to that. So OnlyFans, and this has been going on for months, what they said was, okay, we're going to get rid of the super, super duper spicy stuff, right? And they plan on getting rid of all this by October 1st. And of course, certain guys, myself included, like, yes, rejoice. I mean, even if you're a normie, right? And if you were a normie and you went to restaurants during this time and you can't find any help at these restaurants, there's no waitresses, there's no bartenders, there's no store clerks, there's no nurses. You were like, oh my God, if they stop doing OnlyFans, I'm gonna finally have nurses and bartenders and waitresses. They're gonna come back to work.
So one of the driving factors. So you know what took down Pornhub, right? It was the payment processors coming back
absolutely.
And saying, you guys aren't doing enough to stop the proliferation of the kiddie stuff. And I think that's kind of what happened to OnlyFans as well. Is apparently, allegedly, they keep saying this. They keep saying that you can find underage kids on there. I don't know.
I've never heard that ever. Literally,
I've never
ever
heard of that either.
Not
I'm
on
certainly
OnlyFans.
not looking for them. Like,
right?
Every time this news journalist is like, "Oh, I found like 20 underage people on OnlyFans," I'm like, "What are you doing looking for underage people on OnlyFans, you pervert?"
If you're finding that on OnlyFans, okay, let's backtrack a quick second. When we think of OnlyFans, who do we think of as like the prime candidate for a content creator, right? And we use that term loosely. What age range?
Post-wall.
Post-wall broads. Like, if you were to ask who's on OnlyFans, I bet you wouldn't hear people saying, oh, it's nothing but 18-year-olds. No. They'd be like, oh, it's a bunch of chicks who are, single moms, chicks who are older, chicks who hit the wall, Lizzo-looking broads. Thanks, Lord of Simpson Cucks. We got people out here looking horrible who are on OnlyFans, right? Rachel Dolezal's old used up race switching self, selling foot pics. It got to a point where it was a meme, right? The whole I'm selling foot pics on OnlyFans. That was a meme. It got so bad. So the question is, how do we get from that to somebody saying like, "Oh, I'll tell you what I found." Yeah, lonely thoughts. Yeah, dude. If you were to just look at what we see on OnlyFans, if that's what you're subscribing to, I never once heard somebody saying, "Yeah, man, there's definitely the cheese pizza on there." No. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it was some." I heard from multiple guys before the celebrities and porn stars first got on OnlyFans. They said what you normally saw were chicks between a 4 and a 6, right? Like, look, let's be honest. Google Belle Delphine no makeup. Belle Delphine is a 3, right? A 3. Tim, have you ever seen her what she looks like without makeup?
No, I don't want to ruin the illusion.
Do it someday. Okay, I'll give you an example, man. When a chick's going, "Come on, Tim, big boy," and you're like, "I really don't want to do this." Just Google her with no makeup, and it'll just go, and you'll just limp it out, right? Belle Delphine looks horrible, okay? Horrible. And yet, when she gets in her little anime look, whatever she's trying to do.
God damn it, Koopa. It's too early in the show to break me.
It's too early for that. So, when you look at what has happened with OnlyFans, man, I want you guys to really let this reversal set in when OnlyFans do the payment processor nonsense and all this and that. This Marquise Francis guy, who, whatever, it says, I'm reading this article from Yahoo News. It says the content subscription service OnlyFans announced Wednesday that it was dropping its plan to ban sexually explicit content on its platform. The reversal comes a week after the London-based company announced proposed changes, including a ban on pornography to, quote unquote, evolve its content guidelines. And here's what this is what OnlyFans is saying. "Thank you to everyone for making your voices heard," the platform tweeted Wednesday morning. "We have secured assurances necessary to support our diverse creator community and have suspended the planned October 1st policy change. OnlyFans stands for inclusion, and we will continue to provide a home for all creators." Now, I'm not even going to read the rest of this because it goes on to talk about the payment processors, obviously with venture capital wanting to get poured in, and the type of content that's going to be offered that's going to change, right?
Oh God, Drex, the hypocrisy of it all. Because I mean, the payment processor isn't trying to take Twitter offline, and
Nope.
there's a hell of a lot more cheese beats on there.
I've been hearing that. Yeah, dude. Okay, do you know that I didn't know any of that at all until Nick told me. He was like, "Oh, like I'm on Nick's show." He's like, "Oh yeah, like Facebook and Twitter both are known for that." I was like, "Really?" And because, like I said, if you're a dude who's never once searched for that in his entire life, you would know that, right? So when people are like, "Oh yeah, man, it's bad," and there's all these things that are out there, I'm thinking like, Jesus, I just thought Facebook was, it had some lame things for its own reasons of, yeeting people off just because of wrong think or wrong speech. But, I look at this situation, and of course, those of us in the manosphere, we're hoping for OnlyFans to go down, or actually, let me rephrase that. We were hoping for the Thotpocalypse to come, because shout out to Kevin Samuels for this post that he made that I think really illustrates that it's kind of like when I watched Terminator 3 years ago with Nick, and he says, Judgment Day was just postponed, right? Judgment Day is inevitable. It was only postponed. So Kevin Samuels posted this. He puts, "Winter is still coming. It's chess, not checkers. And as with the eviction moratorium CDC delay, it won't last. Bottom line is they will not get mainstream advertising investment with adult content. Next moves, lower the income potential on adult content while sequestering the more hardcore elements," which, of course, that's what it sounds like they're saying, right? "Then spin off the all adult content portion and saddle it with all of the build out debt. Chess, not checkers." I could see them doing this just because, I mean, as you know, Tim, that's exactly what they just said, right? We're going to be more inclusive. We have a space for everybody. They're going to try to spin off and try to basically play both sides of the fence, right? Get the new venture capital to try to have a more like neutered message, right? OnlyFans is just going to be interacting with fans, blah, 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 subscribe. And then, but if you want to find this hardcore, it's like back in the day, BET, After Dark. So you're going to see that. And I got to give a shout out to my man, LOM. Shout out to Lion and Migtown. He talked about this, right? With this reversal proves. And he said that what I've been saying, Tim, simp charity, right? That's all OnlyFans is. When you have all of these bitch made simps donating to these thoughts, it disproves this whole notion of I'm strong and independent, don't need no man. They're only saying that because why? Because as long as is the simp charity is a flush with money, they're just thinking to themselves, oh man, yeah, I don't need they don't need an individual man, right? They just need a collective supply of dudes to simp for them. You see what I'm saying? So once again, don't blame the females. Look, Tim, if dudes could make 20,000 a month selling foot pics, I bet you a lot of dudes would be quitting their jobs too, or at least they would work part-time. You see what I'm saying? You can't blame these chicks. You can't blame them.
Nope.
Because what would you expect, dude? If I were a female, you don't know.
Never feel bad for a simp who loses their money.
Never. And look, my homegirl knows who she is. I told her, I said, look, simps aren't people. Don't think of them as people. If you have to use them to get whatever it is you want, use them just as is. Just don't let them get close to you. Don't have interactions with them. Because as you know, Tim, you've heard of that story of that girl, I believe she was like out in Utah or something. She was doing that sugar baby, sugar daddy kind of arrangement, right? And they wound up finding her body. It's like, I'm going to let you guys know something. The whole sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship, which is kind of similar to what OnlyFans is, right? This whole pay to play notion, it's going to lead to a lot more HMTs, just so you guys know, right? And I got to say this, I got to give some credit to OnlyFans. I want to give them some props. I'm going to give OnlyFans credit. Credit is due for not biting the hand that feeds them and going the way of Tumblr. Because we all remember what happened to Tumblr, right? Marissa Mayer, yeah, that chick from the former head of Yahoo. We're not going to get to why you put a woman in charge of any company. But they did. And they put her in charge. And of course, she went full Karen. This spicy content, we're going to get rid of that. And then what happened?
Oh, hang on.
And then down goes Tumblr.
I love Tumblr because it provides Ken with all the content he needs for self-diagnosis episodes.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing. If you were to think about this, right? When people do things like, I'm going to get rid of this spicy content, it's like, but that's all you're known for. Like, okay, it would be like back in the day. Let me give you an example. We'll make this analogous, right? There was always that whole, for those of you who are old enough, there was a time when it was like a running joke, right? When someone says, I read Playboy for the articles. It was like a little winking joke, right?
But I actually did. I'm not kidding.
It would be the equivalent of Playboy back then doing that. Look at Playboy in its prime being like this. We're going to get rid of all this spicy content because we just want people to read Playboy for the articles. Like, and they were serious and they would have got, Playboy would have been done. Why would you get rid of what everyone knows you for, right? Foolishness. Now, to get to the larger issue that that inspired this episode, simp and thought culture, right? I'm going to let you guys know this. Simp and thought culture is actually against the ropes, right? Now, I have to admit, it's going to burn brightest before it burns out. And the thought fatigue is very real, okay? And it's very real because I've noticed something. More and more guys are walking away, and more of these weather-beaten trollops are showing their desperation, right? And their desperation is becoming much more visible, right? And that's why, if you notice, Tim, these challenges have gotten a little more outlandish. Have you noticed that? You keep hearing about all these TikTok challenges, and I was telling you guys last week during a live Q&A, I'm at the gym, and all you see are thought uniforms. You see what I'm saying? That's all you see. Like you almost never see a girl go to the gym and like dress remotely modestly, right? So you get to a point where you're like, you know what, this is what it is, then this is what it is.
You know what's coming up next? I think this is going to happen inside of 4 years, but they're going to legalize prostitution in the U.S.
Oh yeah, on a national scale, yeah, because the resources
Yeah.
are drying up. I had this conversation with Kat, and I said, "Look, Kat, the government knows what's coming. The writing is on the wall. It's over. I promise you guys, it's over."
As more and more, so once you get to a critical threshold of men walking away, which is, I'm guessing, I don't know, but I'm guessing it's around a third. Once a
Yep.
third of the men walk away, that's your kind of critical mass, and
Yep.
that's when state mandated girlfriends is going to be a thing.
See, I don't think they're going to go state mandated girlfriends, and here's why. Because at the end of the day, women's standards are outrageously high, right? So here's the thing. I get where you're coming from, but the women don't want to be with these dudes. The women just want the resources from the guy. Like, okay,
Okay, but when you socialize, counter argument, Drex, when you socialize the farms, you're not getting the best bread, are you?
yeah, that's true. That's true.
So when you socialize dating, you're not going to get the best boys either, but you're going to shut up and deal with it because otherwise you're out in the cold starving.
Well, here's the thing, though. They can just take the resources. Remember, they don't always need. Remember, they don't need men. Okay, women don't need men. Men don't need women. The only thing that they're looking for is what each other provides. That's why women are so terrified of dolls. Women are terrified of prostitution, and women are most terrified of artificial womb because that takes away every ounce of power they have. If a guy can get kids without having to go through a woman, if he can get sex without having to go through a woman, they know. They're like, uh-oh, game over, right? It's you can ask women this. Women will admit it's over.
My other prediction is that dolls are going to start being regulated.
Oh, absolutely, by sense.
And I can tell you exactly the mechanism they're going to do it. They're going to say, well, these dolls look too much like kids, right? It's all the problems that Phil's been having.
Well, here's the thing. Now, I will say this. I got to be fair. I understand everyone has their own, their own thing, what they're attracted to, blah, 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 right? Now, if we are just going to stick to just the vast majority of guys want dolls that look like actual women, right? Not something that looks, nubile like a child or a teenager, but
Or an amputated goblin.
yeah, or amputated goblin like Koopa. Most guys want something that looks like a full-grown woman, right? So because of that, that's the vast majority. So the way they're going to get around that is going to start saying, oh, no. These dolls are wrong because they're too similar to women. And if they're too similar to women, they have to have a consent program locked into them. So that's where that's going. Now, I will say this. Multiple women have talked to me very recently, and they all revealed to me the same thing. There's a theme that I found that came into this episode. All the women that I've talked to within the last, I would say, especially within the last week, they all say the same thing. But Drex, I don't want a simp. I don't want a simp, Drex. And this is from multiple places. It's not like, oh yeah, Drex, you just talked to that one girl who's down the street. No. From multiple sources, different age groups, different situations in life, and they have the same, Drex, I don't want a simp. I don't want to settle for a simp, right? And this is what's beautiful about this. If you were to analyze the behaviors of a woman who says, but Drex, I don't want a simp, I ask them this question. Tell me every last thing you've done to get to this particular point, right?
I bet you're wondering how I got to this point. You know the opening of like a lot of movies, right?
Oh yeah. When they go back,
Yeah.
It's like,
What was
and
that?
then
It was the opening of Megamind, right? It's like, I bet you're wondering how I got here.
yeah. How did I get here? And that's the reason why, like, dude, if you knew, and this is the reason why I've always said this when it comes to fate, if you knew your fate, you would change it, right? If we look at Anakin Skywalker on the lava banks of Mustafar after he's been maimed and he's cut in half and he's sitting there scorching, right? If someone said, if he were to look at himself in third person, like, how did I end up here? And someone went back and showed him all the choices he made, he'd be like, okay, I better not make those choices, man. I don't want that to be my fate, right? To be stuck in an iron lung. Likewise, when I tell these girls, whether they want, whether they dibbled and dabbled in the thought path or they full on embraced it, it doesn't matter. They wasted time. Obviously, you guys know I was at Nick's house. Lady Rackets didn't waste time, man. She locked down Nick. She would have been a freshman, right? She was a freshman because I got there junior year and she's a year younger than me. So the question is, what were you doing from age 8? The moment you graduated high school, what were you doing, right? And I bring this up because here's what I got to say, though, Tim. I'm going to be fair. I address simp and thought culture, right? Here's what simps are saying. I'm tired of these girls just being gold diggers, Drex. They're trying to use me for my money. Wait a minute, Tim. Do you see this weird? It's like a double helix, right?
Yeah, it's like watching someone completely miss the joke, right?
Yeah.
And they still laughed at it. They laughed at it, but they didn't get it.
They didn't get
it. You understand that as the simp, you're responsible for the gold digging.
You're right.
You got right. Dug. You're the one who got dug.
Yep. And I told him, I said, this is what's funny. And I even have this in my notes. Both sides created this dilapidated dating marketplace, this hellhole. See, for all you guys out there who simped and simped and simped and simped some more and simped again and simped harder, guess what? You created girls being entitled to, well, I mean, you got to pay to play. You know, subscribe to my OnlyFans. Here's my foot pics. Oh, you got to have a binge just to talk to me. Yeah, here's my premium Snapchat. You created that. Likewise, ladies.
Only 6 feet.
All that CC writing you did. All that, stacking bodies, right? As I was gonna say, as Terrence Pop would say, right? He talks about the dick stacking thing, right? The little contest, right? Going out there getting ran through by a bunch of dudes and having F boys and all this stuff. Guess what you end up creating? You create the very 80-20 that you will later detest after you hit that wall hard. See? You created them. Because if a dude knows, the top 20% anyway, if that guy knows he can swipe and get something without commitment, he's going to keep doing it. If the simp goes, well, man, one day I'm going to get my queen, so I'm going to go ahead and take this girl out. It's like, no, dude, you're creating the problem with the marketplace, right? The Chad and Tyrone, that is the least culpable of all the players in the sexual marketplace, in the dating marketplace, right? Because everyone's quick to blame the whole Chad Tyrone trope, like, oh, that's wrong. And I go, look, dude, if women stayed with their men and weren't riding the carousel, you wouldn't have a Chad and Tyrone, because Chad and Tyrone would be forced to be like, well, I got to settle for the one girl, hence 50 Shades of Grey, right? He runs through a bunch of chicks. He gets Anastasia Steele. He's off the marketplace. See how that works? Virgin, of course. Now, when we deal with simps, we need to talk about simps in your friends group, simps in your family, because we need to understand that the shaming won't stop, right?
Yeah, Drex, we should actually publish a guide of how to tell if your son is a simp.
Yeah, dude. I actually have this in my notes. It says the number one sign. I'm glad you brought that up, Tim. The number one sign to watch for. Listen carefully, guys, especially you guys. Thirst bucket ass dudes. Now you're probably wondering, hold on, Drex, can you explain some of the behaviors of a thirst bucket dude? Let me explain what a thirst bucket dude does and why this is such a big deal, gentlemen. A thirst bucket ass dude. He's always oogling over women, always complaining about not getting laid, not being in a relationship, not getting validation or attention from women. You guys ever been around someone like that? He's always complaining about like, oh, and he's always like, ooh, you see that? You see that? Look at her. Ooh, oh my God, man, she's so hot. And he's always saying how a chick is, he overrates women by like 3 points, right? It'll be a strong 5, but she's an 8 to him. And you're looking at him like,
I'm telling you, man, I saw this 8.5.
Oh, yeah, no, bro. No, I promise, bro. She was gorgeous, bro. No. She was literally the hottest chick I've ever seen in Raleigh, Durham. And you're like, well, can you show her to me? Oh, yeah. You got to see her. And then you see her, you're like, hold up.
Like she's got a traffic cone for a nose.
Well, you know what, though? You know what this is in a nutshell? This is Belle Delphine's simps. You see what I'm saying? Because Belle Delphine is the most basic looking chick I have ever seen, right? Pokimane, she's cute. But why are you giving her money? Even Belle Delphine, her little anime shtick. Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah, all right. It fits your fetish. But why are you giving her money? Because here's the thing. These guys have never met her, right? You would think there'd be a return on your investment. Dude, when you are out here investing in these streets, there should be some return on your investment. Right? Whether something. If your return on investment is she validated me by saying, oh, I got this, whatever toy or something from this subscriber, and now I'm about, okay, sure. I guess if that's what floats your boat, so be it, right? But then, like I said, don't come complain to me later. These girls are out using you for money. Just like I tell women, don't be out here complaining about simps when you had all the opportunities when you were at age 18 to lock down a high value man, right? And to go back to the whole shaming, I got to give a special shout out to all my Asian brothers out there because you guys have been holding the line the best, especially the Japanese. I got to give a special shout out to the Japanese brothers out there because you guys, more than any other ethnic group, I believe, you guys have shut it down. The whole peace leave chasing, the whole validation nation. You guys just decided, you know what, man, we're not going to play this game anymore. You see what I'm saying? And I will tell you guys this. Don't be afraid to walk alone. Don't be afraid to be alone. Because all your family's going to do, and you know, we've talked about this, man, in our live chats about how much people in your family, and this is the sad thing, Tim, this is what hurts. This is actually like heartbreaking to me. It's not just the women who are shaming dudes about marriage and kids and why you should do this and chase girls. It's the dudes.
No, it's all the trad cons.
It's these trad cucks. And I'm like looking at them like, do you know what it's like out there right now today in 2021?
Look at you, Mr. Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, all these Prager, you and all this. Like you look at these dudes, you're like, do you know what's out there? No, Drex, I don't know. Don't use the word thought to describe a good woman. It's just like, oh, jeez.
Although I give Ben Shapiro a pass because his sister has got some milkers on her.
Yeah, she's definitely. Abby Shapiro, get at me. You the link is in the description. Shout out to Abby Shapiro.
Yeah, come on the show. Absolutely, come on the show. We will have you on the show.
Shout out to
clear
Abby.
my calendar for you.
Well, the beauty is, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier, Tim. If dudes started having this mentality of we don't do commitment, if women started doing that up front, like what do I got to do to commit? And it's something I'll talk to Phil about later, and about the requirements that should be on both sides, right? But when we look at these simps, right? One of the things that I give you guys is this. Understand this about those things I said, that the signs to watch for, why this is so important. A simp, this is why he's so dangerous. He will corrupt his own morals to achieve his goals time and again, right? So.
Yeah, he's talking the big game. He's talking the red.
He'll flip. He'll be like this, like, oh yeah, I'm a good guy. I'm a this, that, and the other. I'm a good friend. But because you've noticed these simp tendencies, right? You guys remember what I told you, right? He's a thirst bucket. He's always
symptoms.
The symptoms. He's always complaining about not being in a relationship. I want to get my pee-pee touched. He's always saying some things that if you just stop and really listen to him, you'll be like, hold up, man, this dude is a fucking simp. And you're probably wondering, well, Drex, why is that a big deal? When the time comes, he won't have any morals. If he will he'll lie, cheat, steal, he'll do whatever it takes to get his goal. What is his goal? Peace leave and validation. He will throw you under the bus, out of the darkness. Bitch made Q. These dudes will throw you under the bus quick. You see what I'm saying? Quick to achieve their goal. You see what I'm saying? Quick.
Lord of Simps and Cucks has got a point. Dr. Drex writing a prescription for your symptoms.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, it's the true pandemic, man. The thottery and the simping is a true pandemic. And I asked this question.
Wear your mask. Wear your mask. You don't want to catch simping.
You don't want to catch that, man. It infects every part of your body, man. It goes for your heart and soul first, and then it hits your wallet. And when you hit your wallet, man, when you're starting paying for foot pics, you're beyond saving, man. Once you're paying for foot pics, it's over. And this is important for this reason, man. I say this because there's always that, people always want that hopeful part, right? They always want, some hope, some blue pill stuff. And the question I have is this: do we have a responsibility to preemptively protect simps from themselves, right? Or, this is a big or should we preemptively destroy the threat on a social level, right? And socially ostracize simps. so that we socially eradicate them.
Okay, so it's choice 1, 2. Let's get a studio applause going. So, those who want to save the simps. And those who want to destroy the simps. I think that was a pretty clear poll.
Look, man. the audience never lies. The audience never lies, man. Because no one likes them. Women don't like them. Dudes don't like them. No, the only one who really likes simps, or at least tolerates them, gold diggers and single moms. They love simps, right? They love them. And the reason why this is important is that we have to weigh the consequences of going both routes, right? And the other question is, should it be case by case? Because as we know, there's levels to all this, right? Like there's levels to thottery, there's levels to simping. Like a dude can simp, and I mean, let's face it, by definition, traditionalism in the modern era, in this modern context, is simping, right? So if a guy is doing the traditional route, that's good if the girl turns out to be a winner, right? Which is very rare. Like you literally have like a 1% chance in modern day, right? If you simp and it pays off. And she could always flip later on and divorce your ass after 33 years like Del Curry, but we'll get to that later. And you always have that thing where you just think to yourself, man, like should I invest so much in trying to red pill this guy or black pill this guy in hopes that he will go away from this, right? Like he'll man up and be a real man and all that, but maybe not. But when it comes to the flip side of this coin, and this is a special shout out to a girl I know. She knows who she is, and it is the thought friends and family members, right? Now, from the female perspective, what choices are we going to start making, right? If you don't reach the promised land, and we all know women have the promised land, which is, husband, family, 2.5 kids, the dog, white picket fence. That's women's apex, right? That's what, when you ask women what they want to be married with kids. Okay, got it. If you don't reach the promised land, okay, if you don't reach it, right? There's too many simps. You waited too long to cash in your lottery ticket, which is your youth, beauty, and fertility, right? You waited too long. If that happened, what should you do? I have a solution for those women. I know it's a bitter pill to swallow that you might end up being alone forever. However, or settling for a simp, which is in some ways is worse. I do have a solution. I want you to seriously look at the fact that you need to red pill the girls behind you. That means your nieces. That means your younger sisters. That means your younger cousins. Okay?
Yeah, credit to Candace Bushnell, because I mean, she hit the wall hard, but she's putting it out there. She's putting it out there for everyone else after her, saying like, "Don't do what I did."
No. Okay.
Credit where it's deserved.
Here's my problem with Candace Bushnell. She's still half stepping because she's creating a new series about girls who are well past the wall, right, in her age group, and what happens. So here's the thing: she said that it sucks for her. No, it definitely is. Make no mistake. But like,
I'm not gonna come down too hard on her for trying to cope with, because Drex, reality hits you like a pallet of bricks, and some people don't deal with it very well. Some people self-yeet. This is Candace Bushnell's alternative to self-yeeting. I'm not gonna come down too hard on her for that.
I agree with that. But my thing is this: she should be going above and beyond. She should be going back to all of her old Sex and the City stuff, being like, "This is garbage, ladies." Like she has to outright say it, not just, "It didn't work out for me," right? I wish I weren't alone. No. She has to go above and beyond and say, "I disavow all the things I preached before. Everything that was Sex and the City is, ladies, it's going to lead you miserable, alone, drinking boxed wine, surrounded by cats with an extremely high body count. And you're going to be miserable, popping pills, right? Especially white women. The highest level of unhappiness in America are middle-aged white women who are career-minded, right? So I can focus on my career. Those broads. So it is what it is. But like, women have a responsibility to red pill these young girls coming up, right? And let them know, if there is one thing that we can all agree on, right? Men, women, trans, whatever you identify as. If there's one thing we can agree on, can't we all agree that we don't need any more restaurant twerk videos? We don't need any more salacious TikTok challenges. We don't need any more single moms and late night bust downs. Can we all agree on that? Can we all say like, okay, yeah, this is bad, man. This is bad, right? We don't need any more Desmond is amazing.
If you go onto YouTube and say the M word, you get Susaned immediately. But somehow, if you start twerking on a restaurant table, that one stays up.
Stays up.
Which one, Drex, is more offensive to the sensibility?
Right? It's horrible. Dude, it's a bad look. That's why I said, man, this simp and thought culture is against the ropes. Because look, Coach Greg Adams said something that we actually touched on in the live chat. And he said, if you were to have girls twerking in the street like 10 years ago, people would have stopped and looked, right? They'd be like, oh, damn, look at this. But if you do it right now in 2021, people are more annoyed than anything. You see what I'm saying? If a girl stripped, Tim, we've talked about this. If a girl stripped naked in front of most guys right now, at best, they would just kind of like give a glance, right? Like, oh, wow, hey, naked chick.
Like, I guess I'm having Arby's for supper.
Yeah, you, dude, we are so desensitized. And I want you guys to let us know in the comment section, man. Are you guys desensitized to thought culture? Because I believe the song WAP was the end. Like, I was talking to our girl Kat about this, and I said, I go, to show you how big of a divide men and women are, they're on opposite ends, much like the whole Me Too thing. WAP was the last straw with dudes. They literally saw that and they're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm out. I'm completely checked out. That was the last straw. That was women's last chance to get it right. And then they went WAP and they started singing it as a national anthem in sororities and stuff. And dude's like, you know what, dude, I'm out. I'm done. And then on the flip side, women are like, this is so empowering.
I thought Anaconda was the lowest they could go. And oh, how wrong was I?
Well, think about it. The TikTok challenges just keep getting like more degenerate, more salacious. Like there are no cook your man a meal challenges. There are no, help people in the community who are less fortunate than you challenge. There's nothing altruistic. Every TikTok challenge is something that involves you making an ass of yourself or showing your ass, which is making an ass of yourself, right?
Yeah, at least the ice bucket challenge was raising awareness for ALS. I don't know if it did anything. The ALS Foundation said they had an uptick in donations during the ice bucket challenge. And there were a lot of fail videos that came out of it too, right?
Of course. Yeah, we all love good entertainment.
Full buckets of water on their head.
Look, we all love great entertainment, and that's how America's Funniest Home Videos became such a hit. But when these challenges are just being stuff that you can't show, right? Like we can't show this, we can't show that. Like, that's saying something. And that's why I always tell these ladies, I'm like, ladies, you guys are actively doing everything men don't desire. And you're getting the just rewards, thus horrible consequences, right? So that's how, like, dude, this OnlyFans thing is really just a microcosm of the greater society at large, right? And that's why I tell these women that you have to warn these young girls out there, don't do this. If you went that path, even if you dabbled in it, like, you were doing your hot girl summer and stuff, you were running around and you woke up one day, you're like, I'm 26, I'm 27, I'm 33. If you wake up one day and you realize that you have a cousin who's like 15 and you see her turn on WAP, you shut that down, right?
You slammed a laptop on her fingers.
Yep. And tell her everything that's going to happen and let her know, look, and be graphic about it, right? Oh, did you have to go to the doctor's office to get some more pills for some STD you got? Tell her, like, this is what hookup culture, this is how this ends, right? Be graphic about it. Like, Tim, there was a time back in school when, the indoctrination wasn't fully ingrained and it wasn't just a total shit show. They used to show you results of STDs. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey guys, if you guys think that this is cool, this is what happens if you just go run around out there, throwing your genitals around, right? And you're like, oh my God, that looks horrible. This is obviously long before dating apps. And of course, people just kind of threw caution to the wind. But there was a time where this was a real thing, man. People were like, yo, man, you don't want to be out there just running around doing whatever, because later on down the line, it's going to look awful. It's going to look like, Tim, I talked to a guy I work with about this, and we were talking about how he said, if you really want to know, he's a married man, right? And he said, I was in the bar with my wife. We just wanted to go out, and the kids were at home. We just wanted to go out, just have a couple of drinks, right? Just to get out of the house. He said what he saw in that bar let him know, man, I'm glad I'm just married and our thing works, right? Because you know what he saw, Tim? A bunch of post-wall desperate thoughts that someone like our man Bowser sees, right? In his bartending days. Because, Tim, when's the last time you went to a bar and what did you see when you went in there, right? What did you really see? Do you see families in bars? No. What did you see?
God, I see a lot of single guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like 3-1.
Yep. And do you know what you notice about those single guys, Tim? They aren't looking for the thoughts anymore.
Yeah, no, they're just hanging out with their friends, and
they're just
every now and then something gets dropped or thrown, a fight starts.
Yeah, fight start. Yep. But in general, what are they doing?
And the women that are there, Drex. Oh, fucking.
How desperate are they? How desperate are they?
Well, first of all, someone call that Jesse kid from Free Willy, because we need to get a whale to jump over the wall here.
Ooh, that bad?
That bad.
Uh-huh. Well, I talked about this, I believe, a long time ago, where I said, I even said that on Nick's show. I said, when you go, like, I don't do bars, but like, I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I told him, I said, look, man, I was out with the guys, and we were just doing our thing, just, watching the fights and talking, just getting something to eat because we've been gaming all night. And I said, there was literally no interest. Like, dudes were just like, you can see it in their face, they're just done. Some chick walks by, and look, Tim, I don't know if I ever told you this. This happened to me when I went to the Dick Show thing out in Tampa, where we're all, I mean, it's lots of Dick's fans, which obviously are guys, right? Like 95% dudes. And we're in that bar in Tampa, in Ybor City, and I will never forget, man, we're out there just talking, just having a good time. And some black chick, some German Shepherd, she walks through.
Well, hang on. I got something for this. God, it's good to be back home.
She just had to come through. She had to come through and like be goofy so that we would like give her attention, right? Like, so we were having a perfectly good time, and she just had to come through to be like, look at me. And we just kind of looked at her like, are you serious? And then we literally went right back to talking. Dude, I promise you, other than a couple of super thirst bucket simps, Tim, no guys out there that night were looking for anything. The guys who had girls. All the other guys were really just drinking with their buddies. They're done.
It's bring your own. I've noticed that when you go to a bar, if there's any girl that looks 5 or better, it's because someone brought her.
Facts. Absolute facts. Look, I want somebody to tell us in the comment section. Look, even you ladies, when you ladies go to the bar, are guys really trying to chase you? Are they really coming up to you cold approach? Or did you guys happen to, let's not forget, ladies, you guys wanted me too, right? I've talked to so many guys from all over, every walk of life, every ethnic group, right? They're done. Me too was the last straw. They're done. Trust me. They were like, you know what, Drex, I'm good. No more cold approach. No more of this dating thing or this, that, and the other. No, they're good.
Speaking of cold approach, when the Thotpocalypse happened, how many Hey Strangers do you think got sent that week?
Oh yeah, man. Look, the Hey Stranger tech. Here's the thing.
If I could get into the Facebook Messenger server and just do a search for Hey Stranger, how many results do you think I'd get?
Look, Tim, we know what LOM says. Give them nothing. No responses, nothing. Listen, man, the most they should ever get is pump and dump. There is, like, they shouldn't even expect dinner. They shouldn't expect a romantic getaway. They should be like this. Damn, the only thing that a guy is offering today is pump and dump. And that should be around the board. They're like, unless she's going to settle for a thirsty simp. And you know what's funny, Tim? What did I say earlier in this episode? That's what you keep hearing from women. Look, really start talking to women and ask them what kind of guys are really available to them. Because the guys they call, quote unquote, emotionally unavailable, right? Emotionally unavailable. Do you know who they are? The guy who's emotionally unavailable is the guy who's done with the BS, right? He's like, oh yeah, I mean, I'll use you for sex. I'll go that far. But relationship? Tim, do you know I've had dudes who have told me and I've done it myself. I'm guilty of this. I have literally laughed in women's faces when they propose a relationship. I, like literally laughed at that, not figuratively. I literally laughed in their face. You know, when you're sitting there.
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Tim, think about this scenario. You just busted a good nut. You're trying to be in your own little space to think about what you're going to do next in your day. And then they sit there and they want to like cuddle and talk about our future. Huh? Our future. Wait, what?
Oh man, I don't have like the Metal Gear sound effect.
Oh, the exclamation.
Yeah, I only got is this.
That's literally what we do. Look, I want you guys to let us know in the comment section, man. Have you guys been in that scenario? That's the best I got. True. It's so true, man. You have this shocked face because you're like, wait, what do you mean hour? No. I'm just using you for the only thing that you have to offer, and then I'm going to discard you, right? As guys should. So,
hell, a paper straw has more lasting effect than impact than you do.
Absolutely. Well, here's my thing, though. I say all of this.
Fuck. Can I get a second take on that joke, on that one-liner? Because I fucked it up.
You're horrible.
I mean, it was going to be a good bird, but then I fucked it. I hate to ruin your flow, Drex, but we got to get through some emails, and we got to get you a break before Phil and RGE come on.
Oh, don't worry. I'm all turbocharged. Well, my thing is this, though, as I close this out. I say all of this to say that this, without severe consequences, right? We're just degenerating further as a society, right? And I'm gonna tell you guys this. I just did some shows at Nick's house. I was over doing on Ricada Law. Subscribe if you haven't. And I've done some shows with Nick. And I'm seeing things like trans deer girl, whatever that creature was. I'm seeing Mika Brzezinski losing it over discovering what the hell furries were, right? And then here's why I say this, Tim. I contrast all of this with my daughter hanging out with Nick's kids, right? Away from the agenda. You know what they were doing? When I told them, yeah, it's time to go. And I'm like, what are these kids doing with all this noise? They were playing Streets of Rage 4. That's it. Pure and innocent.
They're playing House. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, no. So away from all the agenda and stuff, it was at the end of the day, what really mattered to them and why they were being uproariously loud, right? Poor Lady Rackets had to keep dealing with them. Playing Streets of Rage 4. Just a group of kids down in the basement with a Nintendo Switch controller in their hand, just playing a video game, old beat 'em up, right? And it kind of really brought me back, right? And it brought me back to those days, man, where that's really all that really mattered. And, talking to Amr this past week, this is a global issue, man. We must strive to help every man, you know what I'm saying? Every man go that E-Man 67 mantra. Yeah, shout out to E-Man 67. If you guys haven't known about his channel, definitely check him out. And he has a mantra that he says at the end of all of his videos where he says, he tells young men, be the best version of yourself for yourself and not for female validation. Because earlier today, we had some guys that were talking about this in the chat where we're like, yo, man, we all got to get our bodies into tip-top shape, right? And I got to give a special shout out to all my Discord guys, right? Because how therapeutic is it for you guys when we can just go out here and just talk? It doesn't matter if it's a degeneracy chat, a live chat. We're chatting with Phil before or after a show. Whatever it is, it's a male space, right? Gynocentrism has infected everything. That's why this is so important, right? And just having a space to do that. Because there's too many times where guys fall into that blue pill conditioning, like Del Curry, Steph Curry's dad, who got divorced at 33 years, right? And as I read that article, Tim, apparently she was cheating on him, this is alleged, with a guy that he, I guess, kind of like took her from sort of some old guy. He was an ex-NFL player or something, barely, right? And the lockdowns revealed how strong your foundation is. And it proved, can you really be alone, right? A lot of people say that I'm independent. But when the lockdowns came, I'm lonely. I want to get in a relationship. Stop it. It is that thinking that got someone like Del Curry that's going to be on the hook for some kind of alimony because they've been married 33 years. You know she's about to get paid, right? She wants him to fund her lifestyle with a new man, right? Let that sink in. And this is, I'm going to leave you guys with, this is what I want to see moving forward. I want to see red pill taught earlier to both sides, to the young girls and the young boys, right? To combat thought and simp culture, right? And on the Abba and Preach front versus Fresh and Fit, I want to see less manosphere fighting, right? Less of that. You know, still got to gatekeep. Still got to gatekeep. I can't stress that enough, right? Shout out to my man Yellow Flash. But finally, and this is something that I was talking to Nick about when we were off camera. We were talking about this. And when you guys give people the truth, the hardcore truth, man, one of the things I really want to see, I want to see people finally just accept the truth. Stop fighting it. Stop clenching into your little ideology, your blue pill simp world, and start saying, no, you know what, man, this guy is saying something to me. You know, I talked to this with Kat, and I said, the people in your life who really do have your best interests at heart, they're going to usually tell you something that's going to hurt your feelings, right? They're not going to walk to you and just blow smoke up your ass. Oh my God, you're perfect. You're a queen. Or, oh my God, dude, you're the best guy ever. No. It's going to be
Drex. Hey, that girl you're with, she's a hoe, man.
Yeah. These guys want to fight you. What are you talking about my girl, Tim? And they're out here raging, and you're like, bro, like, dude, I'm telling you the truth,
Well, it's like Amber
man.
was saying, right? About the people talk about his wife, and
yeah. He's like, yeah, dude, people will come to you like, hey, bro, can I pull you to the side real quick? Yeah, that's a streetwalker. No, I can't be, man. Dude, these girls are actual 304s, actual prostitutes, right? Actual prostitutes.
that should be a line on the income tax. Like line 304 on your IRS return is your prostitution income.
Because look, it's real. Because look, a lot of these girls are monetized, and I really want guys to understand, man. It doesn't matter if OnlyFans is gone tomorrow. I want you guys to really understand this. It doesn't matter if this is gone tomorrow. The simp and thought culture is here to stay until it totally collapses. Even though it's on its last legs, what did I say? It's gonna burn brightest before it burns out. So beware out there. Look, man, inspire your fellow man to really get out of that rut. And for all the ladies out there, please tell these girls to, especially if they're young, if they haven't reached that point yet, do everything in your power to steer them away from the thought path. Like literally everything. Do not let them wind up being 25 with 100 bodies. Do not let that happen. Neither keep them out of college. That might be like literally rule number one. Like keep them away from college. Because that's where it all goes wrong.
That's very topical for our first email I wanted to bring in.
Shoot.
Because it's from Anna.
Oh, wow. How's she doing?
Well, she said she found a YouTuber who talks about being fit and beautiful. And Drex, there are not a lot of role models for young boys to look up to. There are even fewer role models for young girls to look up to.
Well, hold on. Positive ones. they got Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. Anyways, her channel, her channel's name is More Than Muscle with Michelle McDaniel. I'll put a link in the Discord here.
More Than Muscle.
Although, the very first video I see is the fat TikTok family. People are triggered that Minecraft gamer is fat. Huh. So anyways, what is oh, she's also black. Take that however you see it.
Wait.
She has no kids, isn't a single mother. Is not a single mother.
Wait a minute. I typed in more than, you said more than muscle?
Yeah. Okay, hang on here. I got a link going into premium.
What? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. It's because there's actually a channel called More Than Muscle, but it's got like a bunch of dudes.
Yeah. Extra. More Than Muscle with Michelle McDaniel.
Okay, the whole thing.
Anna sent that to us. Thanks very much, Anna.
Oh, wow. Yeah, thank you.
We got another email here. This person wanted to stay anonymous. So, actually, God damn it. He sent me his, work. When you send an email, you got a work signature at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is hilarious. Thanks for your phone number, dude.
Hmm.
But anyways, so I'm guessing that's why he says don't say my name, because he could actually get doxxed and fired from his job. But man, the IT department knows that you sent this email. Remember that. Anyways, he was talking about a based album from the Hold Steady called Boys and Girls in America. He says it's great music if you like rock, but I admit the singer takes a little bit of acclamation. He used to live in Minneapolis, so he has a regional love for it. So
Yeah, we'll
I'll
have to
send
post that.
I'll put a link.
Yeah, put a link to that.
I'll search it first because he didn't give me a link. He just gave me the name, so I'll have to look it up. Okay, so looks like it's a bit of an older album, but here I'll throw this in the. That's one of the songs from it.
The Hold Steady, stuck between stations. Okay.
So go from there, and Coach Greg Adams is live right now.
Nice.
Logan Paul discovers that IG models get paid to do some things.
Yeah, dude. Well, Tim, that kind of goes into the whole theme of this episode, which is how this monetization between the simp culture and the thought culture has basically it's ruined everything, right? You know, it's ruined everything. The monetization, because now when you meet a girl, I mean, this is really going to be most prevalent to the young guys out there, right? The TikTok. The guys who are out there who are young, they're going to meet girls who are, in their age group, right? Somewhere between 16 and let's say 22. A lot of those girls are already monetized, bro.
Yeah.
Tim, they're literally they're already getting flown out. They already got sugar daddies at that age. I'm hearing lots of stories from a lot of these young guys. Like, these chicks are getting smutted out early. So it's like, I mean, it is what it is, man. Dubai porta potty.
Oh, that was Amber's wife.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? So, Tim, I talked about that before on Nick's show, right? And people were saying, "Oh no, making that up."
That's
and
not
everything.
a real thing.
And more and more people start finding out, oh, it's 2000% real. And they're like, wait, what? Like,
yeah, it's taking a hot steaming on her chest.
a Cleveland steamer, man. It's
all right. I got a lot of email. Man, I've been neglecting the email box for like 3 weeks now, so I've got a few more to go through. Well, I've been on vacation the whole time, right? So I didn't always have this like triple monitor set up where I can easily read these emails while talking into my microphone.
Oh, it's all good.
Someone sent an email to us, Josh at Kiwi Farms.
Oh.
Ken Jennings, and Nick.
Oh, wow.
He sent the email to all of us.
Oh, wow. What was that about?
He's talking about Michael Long and how apparently this guy has kidnapped his daughter, but then goes to meet a reporter in person.
Oh, damn.
Right.
Dude, so that whole case, man.
Yeah.
You know what I will say, though? Let me give you my real quick take on that whole situation. And this is a sad reality I want a lot of you guys to really take to heart. All of his pain and agony could have been avoided by just not marrying and having kids, right? And I would say that to myself, too. Dude, if I go back to my younger stuff, I would say the same thing. Honestly, I'm like, look, dude, I can tell you how your life is going to be if you just don't do this. This is the nut you shouldn't bust.
Can you imagine if there was like this, hang on, I got something for this. Right before you were to bust it, it's like, ah!
Yep.
Pull out!
Yep, this is the one. This is the one that's going to cause you an 18-year headache. Yeah, not this one, bro. Not this one.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, we got a story in response to the Data 7 story.
Oh, what's that?
So, this guy would like to be called Mr. X.
All right.
That's not very inventive. Why couldn't it be like Mr. Alpha? Call yourself Mr.
He plays
Alpha.
Resident Evil.
Or Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid 2.
True.
Because yeah, Olga took after she said Deep Throat, she then said Mr. X.
True.
And she was a cyborg ninja. There's a little bit of Metal Gear trivia for you if you didn't know that. I mean, it's not obscure. If you played the game, you should know that. But yeah,
of course.
Olga calls herself Mr. X when she's the cyborg ninja.
Only on the codec though.
Yeah, only on the codec. And then she gives you like an old cell phone to text you like hints about the game, of which like literally all of them are use the coolant spray.
Yep.
Man, the coolant spray is the single most used object in that game.
It definitely was. It was up there. No. The trank gun, the MK22, Mark 22 was.
I mean,
the
not
most
the
used.
way I play.
Yeah, I always trank.
I leave no traces. I leave no traces, Drex. I gotta talk about that sometime on the arcade channel. By the way, twitch.tv/Migtown Arcade, youtube.com, search for Migtown Arcade. We don't have a channel yet. We don't have a channel name URL yet because we don't have enough subscribers, but look us up. It's also linked to on the featured channels on our main show YouTube channel. But do you know how? So I have 100% completed Metal Gear 5, right? Phantom Pain. Which means that there are several missions that you had to perform perfect stealth in order to get a high enough rank, to get the S rank. You know how hard it is to complete some of those later missions? There's also a bonus where you can, it's called No Trace, where no alerts, no reflex mode, and you don't fire a single round.
Oh, wow. I would say the hardest level to do that would be Skullface's level.
Yep. And
Yeah,
I did it. It took me, I think it took me an hour and a half of sneaking through that fortress.
Yeah, that was the hardest part by far.
Oh man, but I did it. I got the S rank. I got the no trace stealth on it. There was a couple of spots where I was just like, "Oh, he sees me! He sees me!" Because you're allowed to raise a suspicion, like someone, you know, they come and investigate. Yep. As long as you don't trip the alert, you're good.
Oh yeah. There's levels to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you can't fire a single round, not a trank gun. You can use CQC and knock someone out, and then extract them. But if another soldier finds them, then you lose the no trace.
Oh wow. Yeah. So you have to use the you have to extract the Fulton extraction. So, yep.
Yeah, a little bit more Metal Gear trivia for you there, but yeah, I'm telling you, that was extremely difficult to do. I'd love to live stream me doing it someday, like going through some of those levels and doing perfect stealth on them, because it's fun. It's difficult, but it's fun once you learn the pattern, right? Anyways, so Mr. X, getting back to Mr. X, our emailer. So he heard Data 7's story, and he says he really feels for him. He got divorced a number of years ago, but got off lucky with no child support. Only cost him $4,000 for papers and moving expenses. Yeah, you got off real fucking lucky.
That is literally like the best that you could possibly be.
You come to find out a lot of shit about how heartless these harpies are. I found out my ex was talking to an ex from hers from high school in the near decade they'd been together, and that she started fucking him right after they separated.
That's right.
I'm surprised she waited until after.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she was. He may have discovered that, but I'm pretty sure she was always, because, as I tell all of you, male and female subscribers and fans, they're all out here doing the same thing, man. They're all for the streets, man.
After
they all
that,
got
she
side
started
dudes.
Fucking the guy that was just a friend. Drex, what have you said about just a friend?
Nah, man, she's getting smashed, bro.
Oh man. A guy who called me his best friend at one point.
Ooh.
After that, she fucked a dude in a biker gang. Once that fizzled, she went back to just a friend person.
Oh, the monkey branch. Oh, he. You know what? This story checks all the boxes, right? Shout out to the line of Migtown, man. This red pill really is on autopilot. Oh, and by the way, I gotta say this though, Tim. As you guys know, I have a strong no when it comes to you're smashing the girl of someone you know. Because if you catch your girl cheating, it should be with someone that you've never seen before. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only time a guy should be mad at the dude is if he recognizes the dude. Like, oh, you're my coworker, you're my friend, you're my brother. Yeah, okay, you have a right to be mad. But if you've never seen this guy before, don't be mad at the dude. Your chick is a hoe.
Well, I mean, as HMT has taught us, sometimes you get the red in the eyes, right?
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes, I mean, look, man. I mean, that's why I tell you guys, listen, always go to shout out to RPM. Always go to a hotel, guys. I mean, like I said, you don't know if these girls are telling you the truth if they're really single, because a lot of them are not. Go through any woman's phone who is under the age of shit. It's gotten so bad now. I'd say under the age of 50. They got all kinds of dudes and all kinds of pictures of their private parts all spread out to send to all kinds of dudes. Any woman who says that she's not like that is lying to you. I promise. They all got those pictures. Yeah. Every one.
Well, take her phone challenge.
Oh yeah. You hey Tim, have you seen how crazy some of these chicks had gotten on the phone challenge? like I'm talking ravenous, right? Like running to each other, like I'm talking like a ravenous dog to try to get back in to get that phone.
I'm guessing there's an HMT version for women, and it's just whenever someone takes their phone.
It pretty much is. Yeah, if you guys don't know this, man, I'm tired of telling you simps this. If you want to know if your girl is really, if any quality at all, literally any quality at all, just be like, you don't have to take it. No, you don't need to take it because now that is kind of whack, right? I'm going to be fair. That's whack. You just have to ask her for it. Just say, hey, or actually I should say ask. You just demand it. Hey, give me your phone. Don't ask why. Just say, give me your phone. There should be no resistance. It should be here. Quick. Yeah. No resistance.
Well, the Just a Friend guy is now playing house with a blended family. Oh. He's a simp with a chick with 2 kids, and he's got guardianship over one that he didn't even father.
Damn. Well, if she leaves him now, he's on the hook for child support, man.
Oh, yeah, he says he ends the email with, especially once there are kids involved, there is no such thing as a divorce. You have to put up with her nonsense until the kids are grown.
Yep. Yeah, I'm in that boat. I got 7 more years.
We had one of our frequent emailers sent us in a couple of pictures of these crazy leftist chicks.
Oh yeah,
they're like Antifa recruits. You know what? Hit up Duke, AntifaAbuse.com. You'll see them. Her name is Shannon Margaret Campbell, but online she's a popular YouTuber artist known as Creepshow Art. She switches back between being both anti-SJW and an SJW.
Oh, jeez, another chameleon.
Well, Shannon has been accused of stalking, possessing cheese pizza.
Oh,
but they're just allegations. And then she sent a couple of pictures. You can here. I'll put her name in the. Oh, and then someone sent an email in about the Fresh and Fit. Yeah, a couple of minutes comment about the Fresh and Fit, or Fresh and Fraud, as some people have said. Go ahead, explain what happened first.
What the situation?
Yeah, the situation with Fresh and Fit.
Well, I guess they had some issue with Abba and Preach, and like I said, I didn't even really look at the whole situation. Once I saw dudes fighting in the manosphere, I was kind of like, eh. But apparently, it was something that went on behind the scenes, right? And Abba and Preach, I guess, called them out for something. And then they started making videos back and forth, basically challenging each other, right? Which led into like a physical thing where they're challenging to a boxing match. I'm thinking, are you serious? And once dude made comments about the guy's wife, though, like you can say whatever you want. Don't make comments about someone's wife. I mean, every man knows that, right? Don't make comments about people's wives. Don't make comments about people's children. Leave the family. If you aren't directly involved in the beef, don't say anything about it. Right?
Now, I disagree on that one. Because if you played a lot of competitive sport, trash talking is a big thing, and it gets it actually works. It gets the other guy to take a dumb penalty or gets him off his game, right? And
no.
Wife is not
that's
off
different.
Limits.
No. So okay, here's the thing though.
The kids are.
That's
off
different
limits,
than a YouTube beef, right? Which is a public thing, right? Because truth be told, remember, if you're out playing a sport and you're making your mama jokes or you're saying something, you're still on the field of play, right? With a referee, with rules and regulations, right? Once you start getting into, people start challenging you. I mean, this has spilled over into the real world where people actually have, the violent consequences, right? And you see this oftentimes where you said with children. Like once you start talking about people's kids, that's usually when something flips.
Yeah, everyone will turn on you at that moment.
Yeah. They'll flip on you.
This emailer said that now guns are getting involved.
Yeah. Hold on. Now, to be fair, that was Fresh CEO went to go. He did like a TikTok or some kind of video, YouTube video of him going to buy a gun. However, he like, he's one of those guys that literally, broadcasts everything. So I don't believe he was going to buy a gun, because that would be literally the dumbest thing you could possibly do, right? Is to go buy a gun
Yeah,
while you're
that's
like
a red
live
flag
streaming.
case waiting to happen.
Yeah. And then you go and do something. They're like, well, you clearly played, and now you're serving life in prison or the death penalty.
Yeah,
So
first.
yeah.
First
So
degree.
I wouldn't say that. They blamed Admin Preach for that. Yeah, dude breaking in. Yeah, they bitched out officer. Yeah, it's always something. Here's the thing. Myron Gaines has shown to be very emotional, right? And their business practices behind the scenes have allegedly been shady, and like some kind of like pay to play kind of situation with the girls, which is a big no-no. With Me Too, that is literally the dumbest thing you can do, is involve anything that involves sex and money in exchange with women, right? Anything. So
Yep.
we'll see.
Our next email is a pretty short one. I love the short emails. Just some guy who's he's saying that when you go on Nick's show, it's the highlight of his week.
Appreciate
God,
that.
we love it when you're on Nick's show, because look, Nick's show is a little different format than ours, right?
Yeah, well, and plus here's the thing. There's always a different energy when it's you and one of your absolute closest lifelong friends, and it's you guys acting and reacting to basically like life, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that format's gonna
I
be
like
different.
to take credit for showing RPM and Phil the Gale videos, but it was you and Nick that did it first.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing though. Nick has such a huge audience, and people are like always suggesting something. Like we had the don't they eat the poo poo. We're watching crazy videos out of Uganda 11 years ago. Like you wind up seeing crazy stuff, and the format is going to be much looser because it's literally just you and your buddy. Whereas like if Nick and I just had like our own show, we were literally just reacting to stuff. That's one thing. But like as a lawyer, Nick is making law videos. Well, guess what? You have X amount of people who come just for that, right? Like all they want to hear is Nick talk about some case, right? But in order to mix it up, you have different kind of content. So shout out to Nick. I know he's out on the road right now. Hopefully he made it to where he's going safely. So shout out to my main man, Nick Ricada. So I always love going on.
This emailer is hoping to meet you and Nick live in person someday. I actually have a comment about that. So we're still planning to go to England December 4th to go meet Phil and do a live show in England. I hope you're still planning on being there.
Yeah, well, hold on. There's one issue though. As long as they aren't doing any nonsense with this vax, because I don't do the vax. England might be cucked enough. It's looking rough. I don't know if you've heard, but there are more places that are now trying to require stuff. So I have an asterisk. I mean, like I said, so long as they don't talk about the vax, like if they're just doing a PCR test, I'm there. But the moment they started, I was like, you gotta be vax. I ain't getting the vax.
Well, you might have to isolate then. If it's the option to isolate for 14 days or vax, like I'm vaxxed, so I'll leave you at the hotel.
This guy.
Because I look at it this way. If you wanted to inject a microchip into me, hey, does that mean I'm actually important enough to care about?
Yeah,
is that what it is? Also, they're gonna get it in you one way or another. They're either gonna hold you down and force it into you, or you just go get on your own terms, and you just deal with it, right? And then you start getting some weird 5G brainwaves that's telling you to go go assassinate the president. Just a hypothetical. Chill out, FBI, NSA, CIA,
Alphabet boys.
Yeah, the alphabet Fed boys. Chill for a second. Like you could ignore it, right? Like if there's a voice in your head saying, "Hey, do this," you can be like, "No, fuck off. I'll go talk to Ken Jennings. Hey, Ken, I'm hearing voices in my head. Every time I go near a 5G tower, I hear someone that says, subscribe to Ken's OnlyFans." But the other thing I'm planning too, so the trip to England is something I'm looking forward to. And if I have to leave you behind, Drex, I will. We're gonna go hang out with Phil. And I mean, if we can get into England or Scotland or Ireland, I mean, it has to be somewhere on the Isles, right? Mm-hmm. If we can get in somewhere, then we can do a fan meet up there.
That could be possible.
Something I'm planning on too, because our Our Patreon and our Subscribestar have hit a critical threshold for me to start planning this. But I would love to throw a live show in Minneapolis. Now, it will not take place anytime this year. There's just no way I can make that happen. But I'll start putting some feelers on how much it'll cost to get a venue. I'm thinking just like Road Rage Minneapolis, right? Just get a theater, rent it out for the night, and do a live show. Would you be up for that?
I would be. I mean, Minneapolis is
We'll
up to me.
absolutely invite
That's
Nick.
only like 25 minutes away from me. Oh yeah. I'd obviously invite Nick, and all that shenanigans.
And I don't know, maybe we'll sell 50 tickets, maybe we'll sell 300. I really don't know. We've got 6,000 subscribers on YouTube.
I know, man. We're upticking.
We really are. Ever since we got over 5,000, I've been seeing the numbers, and it just keeps going up. Right? Like from 5,000 to 6,000 was a hell of a lot faster than 4,000 to 5,000. And now we're halfway to 7,000 now.
That's how it always works, man. Well, especially when you know, like I said, when you have guests on and you have different points of view. I'm gonna start getting these reaction videos up. I know that you guys have been sending stuff, so we'll definitely get those. And I get, of course, flip this camera on because reaction videos are something else, man. Just the shorts, right? The quick hits, and yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff out there. And like I said, I know some people over there in England, so I was going to be going there to visit anyway. That's why I have people keep me up to date with what they're mandating. Same with France, right? And they're keeping, dude. They were going door to door checking on. Dude, they were doing some Nazism stuff, Yahtzeism, with the
Yahtzeism.
Yeah, Yahtzeism.
You throw dice at them.
Yeah, it's gotten so out of control with all this stuff. So we'll see. Like I said, this stuff keeps getting so silly with all of the snoo flu. So we'll see.
But you can fuck with them too, because if they're gonna knock on your door, you just answer the door completely ass naked and covered in your own shit, and be like, "Oh, you want to inject me? Yeah, come on, come hold me down."
These people are dude. The fact that people are so willing to just bend over, and I mean, they don't ask any questions. It's just like I throw my hands up. I'm like, dude, it's sad, man. It really is.
Just have like your entire living room surrounded with big screens playing like a Lizzo sex tape the whole time while they're holding you down to vax you. It's like, yeah, good luck with this one. You're going to need a vaccine for the trauma. Say hi to the IRA for me. That's Northern Ireland. Nowhere. Which is north of Ireland. Anyways. The next email in, someone asked us to check out this guy's channel. J Doll King Hefner. He apparently collects dolls.
Oh, I think someone told me about this dude. Yeah.
I think Phil told us about this dude.
Yeah, not just Phil, but someone else. Yeah, I swear I've oh yeah, I recommended him on Nick's channel. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I swear I remember seeing this dude.
But yeah, I think we've seen this channel before. But thanks for the email. And then the only other, it just happened, so we didn't lose anything. Just whatever you were saying last.
Oh, well, I was just saying when it comes to this whole thing with guys working at casinos and stuff, like I like certain professions. I like bringing in certain. That's why I love listening to Kat. Shout out to Kat, by the way. I like listening to her because there are so many people out there who always say things like, "Oh no, Drex, you're making everything up," and it's like, okay, so when you have all the people who are coming from all the places that I've told people about, their rhetoric starts to collapse, right? Like now it's not just me saying it. Right? When Amar's saying, yo, I used to drive a cab in LA. This is the things I saw on a daily basis. I saw this, I saw that. Okay, well, he can't be lying because he's giving too much detail. Okay, we bring in Kat. This is what's happened on these campuses. Damn, so Drex isn't lying about that. So Bowser talks about what goes on, what you see as a bartender. There's all hotel clerks. There's certain professions that you see far more than you could ever expect to see, and it truly red pills you, and you become detached. You there's a certain level of detachment from it. You're just like, oh, this is what it is. Okay, and that's what it is, man.
Yeah. So I sent the file that he attached to you by DM. You can read through those stories, have yourself a nice laugh. Maybe
nice.
we'll invite him in to talk about them someday.
Definitely.
Not sure. They're not. They don't really fit into the Thought Girl Summer theme, but we'll get it. We'll deal with it someday.
Oh, don't worry. I mean, don't forget.
I think the last time he sent in a story was like 4 months ago, and I finally got around to it last month. So, so he's used to waiting for me. And then the final email I have here is confirming that Tug's going to be joining us Monday night.
Of course.
For episode 40.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to Tug. I love Tug. I love shout out to Tug even before he comes on the show. Tug, love you. Star Wars girl Anna. We got Cecil, drunk as he may be. Flash, the whole gang.
Oh yeah, I think I'll get Flash on here next.
Yeah, Flash is great. Those guys here's the thing. Even with them, that goes back to what I said earlier, Tim. Just talking with all you guys out here in Discord, guys and gals. It's fun to have a place where you can just talk, because back in the day you had to be in your own social circle, right? Whatever your area was, for the most part. Nobody was doing 28-way calls, right? So it's fun to have people from all over being able to hop in, hop out, and be like, "Yo, what's up? What's going on in your neck of the woods? Oh, damn, it's like that. It's like this." So it's just fun to have these different voices. So once again, double shout out to everybody in the Discord and everybody on the channels I visited.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for the email bag this week. Drex, we've got a voicemail phone number now.
Oh, do it.
Yes, we do. And I forgot it, so I'm going to go to my website and look it up. You'll find it on migtown.show/about.
Nice.
It is 1-855 Migtown. That is 1-855-644-8696. Leave us a voicemail. Maybe we'll play it on the show. But you know the rules. No N-words, no F-slurs.
You know what that's going to lead up to, don't you?
Oh, I mean, I'll just vet them and,
Oh, no. I'm saying it's going to lead up to the next, this year, our annual centerpiece, which is going to be Thought Girl Summer. Not Thought Girl Summer. I'm going to say 12 Days of Thoughtmas. Having people call in, guys and gals. And we're going to get real degenerate. One of these days, we're going to do a show just highlighting degeneracy, man.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do a degenerate chat, which I'll live stream onto Manosphere.tv, because I promised Amber we'd do more live streams on his platform exclusively.
Oh, definitely.
And degenerate chat is definitely the one to put there.
Oh, yeah.
That'll get a Susan so hard off of YouTube so fast. Compared to how the last one went.
Yeah, right?
Because I discovered I can't record them and I can't edit them. It's too much. But if I do it live, then... You know what?
Well, yeah, now you're just putting it out there.
Yeah, you're just putting it out there.
Well, I don't know if you saw. I was on Flash's show, and Nick kept trolling me. He would in mid sentence, he would just say a random porn star's name.
I did not see that, but I'm sure it was pretty funny.
Mid sentence, yeah, and Lana Rhodes, and I'm like, oh, come on,
We're also planning a live call-in show. Because now that I've got this voicemail, I've also got VoIP numbers where people can literally call and they'll be piped into the program.
Oh, slick.
So I still got to work some tech issues out with that, but I'm thinking maybe we do that in October for the Canadian Thanksgiving.
I like.
Maybe we'll have Cress on to join us for Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah. What day is Canadian Thanksgiving?
Oh, it's mid-October usually. It's like...
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I remember it not being the same as ours. Okay.
Yeah, it's always mid-October, so it's before Halloween.
Oh, do you know how I know that?
October 11th.
Hold on. No cap. I'll tell you how I know that. Remember when I told you I was up in Stanley Park dealing with that Canadian chick? I'm not joking. I think that's literally when I came. It was right after Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Anyways, that number again, 1-855 Migtown. Give it a call, leave us a message. Oh, it's got a short voicemail time. I think it's only got a 1-minute limit. So make it quick, guys. You came all right. God damn it. Phrasing. Boom.
Oh man.
Oh, I think we've had enough fun for one day. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for this week. We'll see you again next week. As always, stay frosty.
Peace.